Hey, how's everyone doing? Now I'm going to do how to read a Venus retrograde and how to get the most out of a Venus retrograde. Okay, so Venus goes retrograde on, she's stationed retrograde here on the 21st. She actually goes retrograde on the 22nd, on the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, when the days start getting longer again. Venus stations retrograde, and Venus retrograde is they're usually 40, 41, even 42 is the longest I've seen, but usually it's 40 days, 40 nights. And often when we hear of those 40 days, 40 nights, references in the Bible and all that kind of stuff, it's actually talking about a Venus retrograde. You know, like the tablets of the Ten Commandments, he spent 40 days and 40 nights in the mountains to come down with these new value system. Okay, so that's basically what I'm getting at here. Now that new value system might not really come out until Venus is out of the shadow, which is the degrees in which the retrograde is. So here we have Venus retrograde at 26 Capricorn, and if we move forward 41 days, let's maybe just go let's go back for a second here. Let's go forward 40 days, not 41. Venus, okay, there, and she's stationed at 11 degrees Capricorn. So that is between 26 and 11 is her retrograde degrees. Now, we got another Mercury retrograde coming up too, eh? Boy, oh boy. And Mercury retrograde will be going over the area that Venus was in retrograde too. So, yeah, the rechanging of values is going to rechange the information. Anyhow, let's stick with the Venus retrograde. So January 30th, Venus hits 11, and then it won't be 40 days, I don't think. 5. So no, let's go up one day at a time until she's back at 26 degrees Capricorn. There we go, March 1st. I'm just curious, Pluto's at 27 here. So, in her retrograde, she goes over Pluto, but her final pass over Pluto, she will be out of shadow for that final transformation. That's pretty interesting. So let's go back here. March 1st, I was saying, right? And Venus at 11. Oh, Pluto's still at 27. I might be losing my bearings a little bit, going forward and backwards. Let's where am I? February 4th. If I go backwards 40 days, we're... Oops, am I not far enough? One, oop, not 10. Oh, Venus stays at 11 degrees for a few days, that's why. Okay. So now let's go back 40 days from January 31st. That's right. January 31st to March 1st. So the entire month of February, Venus will be in shadow. Now, if we go back a month to December 22nd, she was at 26, and Pluto, yeah, so she just comes over Pluto and goes and stops and goes retrograde to go over Pluto again. So there's a major transformation going on for sure. And yeah, what day did I say she enters her shadow? Was the 17th, so 5 days from now. Let's just go 5 days forward from the 17th. Yeah, so from the 17th all the way to March 1st, that's 3.5 months pretty much. Our entire value system is going to be changing, and this one unlike any other one, okay, for that, because not only is Pluto involved, but let's go to I want to go to, I think, January 31st again. Come on, I think I gotta hit that before hitting this. Oops. January 31st, sorry. What was I coming to check on January 31st? This is when she stations direct. And then just a few days later, you know, you can see anyhow Mars and Venus is tightening up. Mars is catching up to Venus. Venus is almost not moving. Now Venus is starting to move a little bit, but she's going slow, and Mars catches up to her, and they travel together throughout the entire month, I think. Let's see, for it's 5 weeks, so yeah, right until March 6th, I think it was, or 7th, that they're basically traveling together. Yeah, they enter Aquarius together March 6th. So it's still going a little bit. Venus is now starting to move away. Still March, it isn't until almost mid-March that Venus starts to really make, still close, you know. Anyhow, that is balancing the energy, the male and female, the yin and yang. They cross over Pluto together. They enter into Aquarius together. They've basically traveled together for almost, you know, the whole month of February and half of March. Almost all of March. Let's keep going just day by day here. Let's see here. By the 20th of March, they're still less than 3 degrees apart from each other. Alright, here they're 3 degrees apart from each other. By the spring equinox, that is where they start to split. Now, who knows what I'll have to look at Mercury's retrograde during this period to really get a better analysis of it all. But yeah, the energies have somewhat balanced themselves out here. The sun here is in Aries. So where's the moon right now? We will probably have a full moon in Libra, well, after the new moon in Aries, but that's still, that's all balancing the energies. Currently, what's going on? I feel like currently there's some Aries energy. No, we're in Scorpio season. It's related to Mars, but the reason why I was thinking is because Scorpio is 8th house energy, and for the 8th house, myself, Aries, so that's where my confusion was there. Anyhow, yeah, so that's what we should expect this winter, is an entire change of value. And I just want to point out one other thing too, right? Is Uranus is in Taurus, which is a Venus-ruled sign. And Uranus is about change, and Taurus is about values. So, our entire value system, whether that be financial, emotional, whatever, materialism, that's really the thought that I preach, is that COVID is purging a lot, has been purging a lot. When COVID first started and whatever, there was a lot of ugly battles going on between people, lots of friendships lost, different things like that, and we've been purging, a lot of this toxic energy. We're not really interested in conflicting so much anymore. We've purged a lot of that energy. There still is conflict, but we're less likely to engage unless we really find it important. But we're even going to approach that conflict differently. Okay, and anyhow, what I'm getting at is I feel like even the job losses and the economy coming, the supply chain coming to a standstill, and this kind of stuff, we're re-evaluating how we want to spend our time, how we want to live our lives. Do we want to be doing this at work? Materialism, when the chains stop, commodity is not going to be something. Maybe there'll be more value on it, and there probably will be for a short period, but we're gonna, I feel, purge all of that. And in the end, I feel like what all this purge is coming to bring what is most important, what we value most, and that will be each other. So our communication will, our style of communicating will cleanse our instead of valuing materialism, I feel like we're going to start to value one another, each other, community, and people. Because yeah, as long as there's starving people on the streets, we walk by that, and when we walk by that, we're allowing that to exist in our life, and that says something about our value system. That it's not really working for the best of all of us. So we need to come up with better value systems. And personally, I feel like when we start valuing each other, that that material, that we just naturally become more wealthy, because instead of hoarding, we share. And that's what hope that I have coming out of this Venus shadow phase this winter. This winter to me is pretty epic, with the whole Venus in Capricorn for 4 months, making 3 passes over Pluto. Pluto being at his Pluto return position. What I mean by that is, in 1776, when America got founded, Pluto was at 27 degrees Capricorn, and Pluto will be returning to that degree, creating major transformation in the foundations of the establishments and government and structures. Yeah, it may be a very frightening winter for some, for many, for most probably. But here we may also purge our fear, and yeah, we're gonna come out of it with Mars and Venus hand in hand, coming into Aquarius. That is the balance of the male and the female coming into Aquarius, the collective humanity. It was when Saturn entered Aquarius that the lockdowns all began. So restrictions against the people, and learning to work together is how I read that. So now we're ready to work in balance with the Venus and Mars conjunction. Saturn will still be in there. So, but Saturn here in the final 10 degrees. So if you break up the sign in 10 degree increments, that we're Saturn being in that last degree, that the cooperation has begun. So yeah, that's what I'm reading here, and hope it reaches some of you and inspires you. I need to listen to my own advice often too, and yeah, self-love. I have intimacy issues. I have relationship issues. I would like to be in a relationship, but I'd like to be of value in that relationship and not be an anchor to and pulling from my partner's value. I want to bring value, and so therefore I need to recognize and cultivate my own value for that to ever work. And so I'm coming into this very hard on myself, very feeling emotionally broken, feeling like, how can I not have valued myself? Yeah, because that Mercury retrograde that we just went through, no new information has really come my way, and no new information might be the information that I sabotaged myself. Anyhow, that all went back to like Mercury. It was the long weekend of September, so Mercury retrograde brought me right back there, and I've been dealing with that mentally, because Mercury rules the mind, and no new information coming out has really reflected a lot on my self-value. That is the information, I guess. Even though I kind of knew that the whole time, I didn't need to wait for Mercury to come out of shadow to know that it's a self-value issue. Ah, boy. I'm having a hard time forgiving myself for this one. I really am. And not only just for myself, I feel like the universe had a gift for someone else that they wanted to channel that gift through myself, and I failed to bring that gift forward. So yeah, you know, I feel bad that this other person didn't receive the gift that the universe had intended for them. This person deserves love and deserves romance, and I deserve those same things too. You know, I deserve to believe in myself first and foremost, and I had the opportunity to act upon that, and I honestly chose to not believe in myself, to not believe I was worthy in the moment. So presence is a big thing, and we need to condition ourselves to take proper action in the present, you know, because you could be worth gold, you know, and the universe can bring it all together for you to be validated with a mirrored reflection of that gold that you are worth. But if you don't believe it yourself, if you don't recognize it, no matter how much the universe aligns everything for you, for your success, if you don't believe in it, it's not going to happen. And yeah, you know, I've been crying a lot because I didn't choose me, I didn't believe in myself, and I really feel like I hurt myself really bad this time. I hurt myself so bad that I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to come out of it. And you know, it's a long journey. 3.5 months, man. That's a lot to go through. But I feel like, you know, come springtime, hopefully I'm ready to catapult myself in a whole brand new direction of self-worth. So that's my video. Thanks for watching, and hope it helps you guys. I hope my trials and tribulations come of aid and doesn't come off as depressing. So, cheers.